3 things I learned in 3 weeks of living in a van. The first thing is how much easier it is to find a spot to park for the night than I thought it would be. If you don't bother anyone, and if you don't look like a threat, no one's gonna bother you, at least so far. I mean, things could change, but... Of course there's always the Walmart, and I slept here last night, but the big downside of this is, so last night some person pulled behind my car with a semi, and they were just revving the engine for 30 minutes. What I usually like to do is I like to go into residential areas and look for spots like this. So here's a good example. There's like a turn on this curb, and you can't really tell if it's for you're parking for this house, or the house is on the other side. So I would just park right there, hop in the back. I also found that I don't really use my Max Air fan. The only time I use it is when I'm like cooking eggs and it gets too hot and burns it and it gets smoky in there. Then I turn it on. But I probably could have got by without it, or I wish that they made like a 6-inch fan, or I wish I knew about a 6-inch fan that had a vent cover that was the same. It takes up a lot of space in the roof, and that's a lot of space that isn't insulated. It's just a big like 12-inch hole with no insulation except a tiny piece of plastic. But the last thing I've learned is that it's really hard to find the motivation to keep working on my van after I'm in it, and I know that what I have works. And I kind of knew that going into it, so I tried to finish everything before I left Georgia, but there's still quite a few like these cabinets. I got the main part of it done, but it's still so inefficient because of the storage. I need to build shelves in there. One of the things I got myself to do was to block off the windows and hang this curtain. It's just a curtain from Walmart, and then I bought a rod system. Yeah. I bought this underlayment that I used on the floor. It's like a 1/8-inch closed cell foam mat. It's kind of like the sleeping pads for backpacking, but it also has this reflective material on the. So I'm thinking I'll put it on the window, faced out. Before I left home, I made this one. So it's got Velcro, but it's got that material with the reflective on the other side. And it also has actual reflectives in there, and then just covered by this material. And that works really well for this side, to keep this side warm right where I'm sleeping. In the back I just have this curtain. So I'm going to make some for that window, some for this window. So yeah, that's 3 of the things that I learned so far. It's been better and easier than I expected, but we're just getting into winter, so we'll see how the next few months are. If you want to watch more videos, hit subscribe. And the sun just went down back there.